years of my nurse training. I trained in the old-fashioned way, hospital-based training, and you know, we had lessons on empathy.
Yes.
And you know, some of the lessons I remember from there were all around being able, the instructions or teaching was being able to be present and fulfill on
yes.
the task,
yes.
but also to be able to exhibit sufficient empathy. And in my second year, I was part of a team in casualty.
Yes.
A lady came in with an almost severed head, and
yes.
so, you know, a lot of emergency work happening. And to this day, I remember being the one that was sent out as a second-year nurse to keep communicating with the family. And when I look back and reflect, it's like I would have only been 18, going on 19, and to be able to do tasks and be part of that emergency and then
yes.
periodically go out into
yes.
this other space,
yes.
it's like, wow,
yes.
it's quite remarkable, you know, and I certainly didn't know then what I know now.
Yes.
So there's do we inherently have some of that?
Yeah.
How does it grow and evolve?
I think we inherently do, and I think that possibly the last 300 or 400 years where we've become very reasonable and rational, it's been important maybe so that we can explore science in the way we have explored science, you know, very rationally, the science of machines, building machines, techniques and everything. But in some ways maybe that meant that especially in our teaching, that this empathy, this compassion, that this heart focus has been pushed aside. I believe it's always been with us, and you can see that by traditional cultures who maintain this, this wisdom. And I'm one that believes that you know, many years ago, we were using the heart and the head and the left and the right side of the boat in a way that was not so dominated by our left brains. Okay. Now, it may well be that our left brains, our logical brains, have evolved now, and remarkably so. We can sort of mend things that are broken and devise amazing things like computers. That's incredible. If it wasn't for a computer, we wouldn't be talking like that. So, you know, we're really honouring that side of things as well. But now is a time where we need to integrate something else, an understanding that to be human is more than that as well. So we actually have got the chance to evolve consciously using both our heads and our hearts. And in fact, if we don't do that, we're stuck. Because, you know, if we don't see ourselves as one of this earth, in fact, and we feel that somehow we're different and we're dominant, we won't survive. We have to understand that, and the same with science. I think the new science and the new scientists aren't just very intellectual people, and they are intellectual people. There's more to that. They're passionate and they want to see a better world, and that means they escape old dogma and hierarchies and probably want to get their word out to the people out there, and are questioning the old way, where you stack yourself up in front of judges in the way of peers, special peers. Now that's still important. Peer-reviewed journals and things are important, and I base a lot of my research on those as well. But I do notice that the top scientists are going direct to the people, because out there there's a lot of wisdom that may not have been formally educated.
Yeah, and a lot of questioning.
Yes, and a lot of questioning. And we shouldn't be afraid of that as well. You know, you just see the success of things like Wikipedia and other things where they thought, well, that wouldn't happen, you know, people contributing, what do they know? So I think this is the new way, and I think it's the new connected way. So I see that through these systems, even through the internet and through all this technology, we're opening up to a deeper understanding, and it's mirroring a growth of consciousness. Okay? And I really want to know in my life, and I'm exploring this, how we can use this new knowledge to help us here and now. I don't think it's going to come in the shape of pills. I don't think it's going to become the shape of putting little robotic things in our brains. I don't think it's going to come that way. Some people think that. Well, I don't think we need to be cloned into something or cloned out of something. I think awareness is going to, and our behaviour and our focus and our compassion is going to be the healer, because if those things have been compromised in the past in our lives, then the solution is we can change that. And I don't know, there's no evidence that this is going to be as difficult as we think it could be, because we're almost conditioned to think, oh, this is a big problem, it's going to take lots of money, and that's our way of thinking. It may actually not be as bad as that. We may be able to somehow, through our awareness in a moment, escape this, just like people know when they meditate, they do jump and escape.